Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to the channel of upright men and women. I've been away for a few days and of course this is due to the tropical storm Melissa. But now I am back. First of all, I need to say that my heart goes out to all the people in Jamaica who have suffered loss of life in their family. My condolences to you. My thoughts are also with the people in the western end of the island, particularly St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Hanover, and St. James. And me being a child of Westmoreland, I have lots of family members down there that are affected. So I am deeply connected to everybody who suffers in this natural disaster. Anyway, let me move on. I want to take this first video after the storm, and now that I'm back in line, to highlight and commend one of my greatest heroes. Now, I am a person of very high standard, and for me to look up to someone on a certain level, that person have to have done something extraordinary. Because at the end of the day, what is a hero? A hero is an ordinary person who has done something extraordinary. That's what a hero is, you know. It's not some Superman with a cape or Batman or Spider-Man. It's an ordinary human being in real life who does something exemplary and extraordinary above and beyond the call of duty. And I have a hero for 2025. For all of 2025. And I'm going to tell you who that hero is. He's a simple gentleman. And I'm going to tell you what he has done. In the meantime, I would like you guys to take a look at this video. It was taken at about 9 o'clock a.m. on Tuesday the 29th, just after the storm had left. And it shows a view from the Harbor View Bridge, looking over into the Hope River, watching it as the river cascades to the sea. And you can see all the various surroundings. And what you'll be seeing on the other side would be the Caribbean Sea. Over on the right side, you would see the Donald Quarry School. And on the left, behind those bushes, would be Caribbean Terrace, when you look southwards towards the sea. And before I give you the name of this hero, I need to tell you how it started, or how he got to this place where he could hold such a high esteem in my eyes. In June of this year, when I had been demonetized on YouTube for the second time consecutively, that means I've done a 3-month stint, and then when they sent me to do a second 3-month stint in June, I got very frustrated because I was working on a program, something that was very critical to my well-being, very critical to my future. And I was just basically 4 weeks away from completing that project. And it at the time depended on my earnings from YouTube. When it happened at the second consecutive 3-month stint, I kind of freaked out a bit, because I realized now that what I was planning to do, which was so critical, was going to be delayed again and probably never come back on board, or probably never come back on stream. So I made a video and I said, guys, I don't think I'm going to come back on YouTube, and I don't think I'm going to re-monetize this channel, but I would love to keep it going. So if there was anyone out there who would be willing to give a contribution to my keeping this channel going, any little thing you have, you can send it on, because I'm just going to keep this. I know that the things I'm doing has pissed off the perfect parasite, because I'm opening up people's eyes. Therefore, if any of you think I'm worth it send on something and give me whenever you can or if you can, and I would appreciate it. So anyone who feel like can do a thing for me at the same time. Well, me as a person, me don't like beg. Therefore, I just said it that one time, put it out there. If anybody want to do something, they can do it. But I wasn't going to keep on asking. Because if you're not going to respond the first time, you're not going to respond the second time anyway. So me staying up. Let me segue a bit. Even though me consider myself as punani guinea gag, well, used to, one time. Me not really beg pum pum. Me not beg and beseech for no pum pum. Once me beg you one time and say, what baby, me can get some of the conchos. And if you say no, me just okay. Shrug my shoulder, I'm gone. No, please and beg. No. Me not no beseeching. You know? Me too proud for that. Me too proud to beg. Even conchos for me love. So if a woman did really mean to give me, but I play hard to get, that's your bad. Because once you say no, I want to take too long for answer. Me just, alright, keep your front. I'm gone. I mean that. You know, me have too much pride. You see what I mean? Just pride. Anyway, back to the story. I was just saying, make you understand me personally. When I put out that video, 4 persons responded. They got in touch with me via WhatsApp and said, boy, me see your situation. Me I go want to help you. So, yeah, what you do? Me I go call you back by the end of month, the end of July, and the end of July, me I go send on a thing to you. They say, okay. I noted their names and I put an asterisk between these, beside each of these 4 persons' names, and I just moved on without a second thought, because to me, promises are comfort to a fool. Anyway, at the end of July, one of the 4 persons called me and said, listen, Bridget, remember me promise you a little thing? Well, may I go send it through now? Give me some details. Let me send it. I gave them some details, and within some hours, it came up on my phone that yes, there is some funds to be collected. I called by the person and I said, thanks. This is one of the 4 people, you know. I said, thank you, and expressed my gratitude and all of that. And I just kept it jiggy and I moved on. Didn't give it a second thought again. But guess what? At the end of August, I got another call from the person. And the person said, I sent you a message, but I don't see where you answer. Have you seen my message? I say, yes, I see a message coming from you about 2 days ago, but I haven't gotten a chance to look at it yet. Then again, because people normally send me clippings and news clips and links and all of that. Seeing one coming from this individual, you know, it was neither here nor there. It was just another news clip or something somebody sending me. But when I went back to it a few hours later and I opened it, the man sent on another thing for me for the 2nd consecutive month. I mean, I was extremely surprised because I just didn't expect it. Because me does not expect nobody to do nothing for me. And people rarely do anything for me anyway. So I call him back and I say, Bridget, you know, as a fact, me never expect this, but thank you still. Enough respect. Appreciate, Bridget. Me never expect you to do this again, but thanks. Enough respect, man. You give me a very, very pleasant surprise, because that's something I was expecting. I say, all right, Bridget, me make a commitment, so that's how you go. All right, we're good. Oh, let me segue a bit. Remember, I told you that I put an asterisk beside the 4 persons' names of the 4 persons who had promised to send on a thing. Well, there was one in England who had spoken to me in such sincere words that I said, after I picked up the first amount from the guy in the US, I contacted that gentleman. I said, Bridget, me send him a text. I said, Bridget, because this kind of boosts me up now. So I said to the second, the other individual, the one in England, I said, Bridget, remember you said I promised to send on a thing for me by the end of the month. Well, just reminding you, just in case you were still intend to do it. I'm take a heavy heart do it, but me say just in case, you know, I sent it. To this blessed moment, I haven't gotten a response. And of course, the other 2 persons, I never contacted them back because Me not go beg nobody else. Me shame that me even say back something to that one day and him nobody respond to me. So me just them call the other two. Me easy for shame. And me too proud for beg. Anyway, I just moved on, kept doing my videos on the advisor for free, just that I start making my content more intense and more wakeify, if you can find out that word. In other words, I was trying to wake up more of my people because I wasn't going to re-monetize this channel. So I felt free to use this as a platform, as a medium for enlightening my people. Anyway, I never even noticed September done, but September done and gone, and you know, I just moved on. Kept doing my thing. But around, I don't know, maybe about the 7th of October, I just saw bling on my phone. And when I looked, there was another payment from the same benefactor who had given me the first two payments. When I saw it, I had to call the man and said, Brethren, like seriously, you really send me something for the 3rd consecutive month? The man said, Brethren, listen, I made you a promise and I'm fulfilling that promise. I made a commitment. No, he said, I made a commitment and I'm going to stick to that commitment. And in all honesty, let me say this. On this channel, I have almost 46,000 subscribers. And the video on which I had made that appeal had 7,000 plus viewers. But one man decided to step up. One man out of all my subscribers. And it touched my heart. And I said, you know, this man, his widow's might. Because it's not about amount, you know. It's about somebody said, I am going to make a sacrifice for you because I value you. Don't get me wrong, you know. A lot of people on this channel value me. And most of the people on here don't have it to send anything to me. So I'm not really like I'm throwing slags at anybody. But I'm just saying that there are others who could have done like what this gentleman did. But nobody had. And therefore, I must say to you, Denver Nesbitt, this is the only picture of you I have. But I'm still putting it up there. And I just want the entire world to know that you are my hero of 2025. Because out of all who knew me, you were the only one who thought I was worth spending $1 on. Because you are the only one who answered my appeal. The only one. But at this point, I must also big up those who had purchased t-shirts from me, which of course were done before I was demonetized. But for those people who actually spent money on my t-shirts, you are the ones who make this worth it. Because listen to me, I spend 8 hours making a video for the Advisor channel. 8 hours, average 8 hours. Can be 6, can be all 12 hours, but average 8 hours. And to have a full day's work several days a week and doing it for $0, believe me, it does take its toll. But the only reason why I do it is because the overwhelming need for me is to enlighten my people. And that keeps me happy. So I'll be keeping the channel going because I see it as my destiny. Part of the reasons for which I came into this world. So I'll not stop whether I get $1 or not. But having said that, if there's another hero out there who would like to join Denver Nesbitt in being a good Samaritan to this cause, feel free to do so. So, Denver Nesbitt, you are my hero. My hero for 2025. The only man who stepped up and became a financial support for me. So, Denver Nesbitt, enough respect to the world. Thanks for watching. Like, share, leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.